All right, guys, this one is for you. Jimmy, Bradbury, Alan, listen up. I know you want to know how the jailbroken or the rooted Fire Stick works. Now, bear in mind the Fire TV would work the exact same way. But again, Fire TV is $100. Fire Stick, $40 on sale as low as $25 on Prime Day. Only difference is the Fire TV you can hardwire and it has a dual-core processor a little bit faster. If you're not playing games on the thing, which we're not, doesn't really make a big difference, guys. Really the bottleneck is going to be your internet speed. This is really taxing on your internet. But anyway, here it goes. So this is your Fire Stick, and these are all of your apps that it normally comes with. So you can watch anything from Amazon Prime. You can buy movies, rent movies, basically just like iTunes. It's just another app suite like you get on Apple TV, on Chromecast, the Roku box. It's all the same. The difference is this. You want to get Kodi loaded on there. And that's what my buddy does. So he loads Kodi. So of course they don't come with this. This is the jailbroken aspect of it. So we would open the Kodi app. Now, I'm using the Fire Stick remote right now because I'm doing the video with my phone. If I wasn't using the phone for video, I'd be using the app on the phone. It's a better remote control. The app is over the actual physical remote. So here's what Kodi looks like. Let me back up to the beginning. Alright, so here's what you see when you first get into Kodi. There's pictures, videos, music, programs, and system in the settings here in the menu. So I'm going to go to videos. Now there's, I'm sure, hundreds of apps that you can get within Kodi. Think of Kodi as Cydia. Kodi is not an app in itself. It's basically like Cydia for a jailbroken iPhone. So once we get into Kodi, you preload apps for Kodi on your Fire Stick. Now the only ones that I have right now are Genesis, PrimeWire, Phoenix, Project Free TV, which is where you watch your live TV, Jimmy. You asked about that, so that's where you can watch the news, local channels. And then Sports Devil. The only two that I use 99% of the time are Genesis and Sports Devil. Now, if I ever can't find a movie or a show on Genesis, I will find it in Phoenix. That's how it works. Genesis is where you get all of your movies and shows. If you can't find it in Genesis, you'll find it in Phoenix. Everything's there. Now, if I ever want to watch sports, let me show you this first. This includes pay-per-view. I'm going to go over to Sports Devil. I'm going to open this up. By the way, this remote is not directional. I can't remember if it's Bluetooth or if it's just working off the Wi-Fi signal somehow. I think it's Bluetooth. In any event, you don't have to point it. So let's go to live sports. Now, once we're in live sports, and you can see this is pretty snappy. It works really quick. There's a bunch of different options for streaming sports. The only two that I've ever used are firstrowsports.eu and firstrowsports.ge. So EU for Europe, and I'm sorry, GE is not Germany, but I can't remember what it stands for, what country it's based from. Here's the bottom line, guys. You'll find any sport you want to watch in either of these, but not all streams are created equal. So when it comes to streaming live sports, especially pay-per-view and things like that, your quality in your stream is going to vary greatly. So let's take a quick look here in firstrowsports.eu. Now notice how cleanly this is all laid out. I can choose American football, boxing /WWE/UFC, football, basketball, ice hockey, baseball, etc. The list goes on. I can watch any sport going on at any time. Now let me go ahead just for fun and choose baseball because there should be a few baseball games going on right now. So if we want to choose baseball, check it out. Here's all the games happening today and here's the actual times that they're taking place. I can't remember if these times are in Pacific or not. But anyway, it's not 4:05 yet, but let's go ahead and give the Orioles versus the Braves a shot here. So when we choose this, check it out. There's two links. Now this is going to look really familiar to you if you've ever used firstrowsports.whatever from your PC. The difference is this. You don't get any of those annoying pop-up ads when you go, when you find a link that works. Now not all of these links are always going to work. So when there's actually a big pay-per-view on, there might be 8 different potential links. Now, only 6 of those might actually work. So if you try one and it doesn't work, you'll see working in the lower right-hand corner. Sometimes that just times out. Or you'll get this, web request failed. So then you move on to link 2 and you try that. No stream available. So what that means to me is that this game really truly doesn't start until 4:05 p.m. And if you notice, it's only 1:07 p.m. right now. So there is no stream available. So bottom line is there truly is no stream available for that right now. So anyway, I'm sorry, I don't know of any sports actually going on right now to show you a stream from, but that's how it works. Now, when you finally find a stream that works, and it usually doesn't take very long, sometimes the stream runs very smoothly, and it looks great. Other times, it's going to buffer a lot, it's going to hiccup a lot. When that's the case, you just move on to the next stream. If you exhaust all of your streams in firstrowsports.eu, then you try firstrowsports.ge. Between the two of them, you're almost always going to find a stream that looks great, runs well, and is entirely watchable. Now, it's never going to be the same as, you know, on a live stream, it's never going to be the same as buying it on pay-per-view and watching it. But you can get pretty darn close with this. And again, it's completely free, so why wouldn't you want to do that? So that's Sports Devil. Let me show you a quick preview of Genesis here, how this works. This one's really impressive to me. So the only ones that I ever really use in this, the only options that I use are tools if I want to clear my cache. I do that about once every week. It just seems to make the thing run a little bit smoother. But let's say I want to find a movie. I'm going to come up here to movies. Now you can search by genres, by currently in the theaters, by Oscar winners. Let's search Oscar winners just to kind of show you what this looks like. I mean, this is how cleanly this is laid out. It looks like an official app. So check it out. Here's the winners for Best Picture for 2014, 2013, 12, 11, and it goes, look how far down it goes. And I can go to the next page. And again, it loads pretty quickly. So things work very well in this. So I'm all the way back into the 80s at this point, now into the 70s. So, I mean, I'm all the way back into the 60s at this point, and there's more pages available. So you can find just about anything that you want. Now, let me show you what I normally do. Typically, I'll come down here and I'll do a search. So again, this works a lot better with the app on your phone because you're actually typing in a name. But just for fun, let's type, let me see, what movie do I want to do here? Well, let's do Babe. I don't know why this one just came to mind, but let's punch in the movie Babe. So of course I'm thinking of our favorite pig. When I type in Babe, check what happens. Boom, there it is. There's all the movies associated with Babe. So again, this is incredibly easy to use. And there's the sequel to Babe, which was a terrible movie. So let's pick the original from 1995. All the cover art's there. I mean, everything looks totally legit. So when we go into Babe, here's all the different streams available for Babe. So again, this is torrent based. So these are all in HD. HD means 720p. If there's a 1080p version available, it'll say 1080p and it sorts it. My buddy sets it up to do this for me, but you can set it yourself. You can set it to sort by high quality, high to low. So notice these are all 720p. Now when we come down here, we leave HD and we go into HQ, which is high quality, which typically means 480p. And then after HQ, you're going to get into some medium qualities, and really it's sort of a crapshoot at that point. It even goes down to low quality, and low quality never looks good. But some of the medium qualities actually look really good. At this point, since we're streaming and since it's so taxing on your internet, it's not really all about a resolution, though it helps. It's more about the stream and how smoothly it streams, more than the resolution. So if you get a 720p feed that streams well, it looks fantastic. So let's just try the first one on the list. That's what I typically do. Now, usually it works. If it doesn't, then we just move down and we try the next one. Eventually, we're going to find one that works really well. So I just picked the first one on the list. Normally, it doesn't take this long, but it looks like it's thinking. It even shows you how long the movies are, 1 hour and 29 minutes. That one didn't work. So if you look in the lower right, no stream available. No problem. Let's move on to the next option. That one didn't work either. And sometimes this happens, especially on some of the older movies. And this one looks like it wants to work. Now this is an old movie. Bear in mind this movie's 20 years old. I probably could have picked a better option to show you. But this one's running very smoothly. So this, to me, doesn't look a whole lot different than it may have looked in the theater. And to be honest with you, I guess this looks like a pretty darn high-quality VHS. Maybe this wasn't the best option to show you. But it's entirely watchable. I mean, it's a little better than a VHS. So this is entirely watchable. To me, it looks pretty darn good. I would have no problem sitting down and watching this movie again, totally and completely free of charge. I'll just wait until the actual movie starts here. Now, of course, you can fast forward, you can pause, you can rewind, you can skip. I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. Going 4 times fast forward. Look how smoothly that goes, guys. This is a really good stream. So that's how you can tell a good stream. When you go to fast forward, you go to rewind. If it's a terrible stream, it's going to buffer. Let's push our luck here. Let's go to 8 times.
Not so long ago.
And then we'll hit play. Now it's going to hiccup a little bit right after we hit play, and now it's running smoothly again. So this is working very, very well. Now I will say this, the audio quality on this, it never plays in digital. I played with the options. Yes, it's connected via HDMI. In fact, all the Fire Stick is, guys, is like a USB stick with only it's HDMI instead of USB. So anyway, I mean, you can't get digital sound. It sounds totally passable. It's not bad. So let me try one more here. Let me go to search.
A place so wonderful that nobody could ever thought to come back.
Actually, I don't want to do that one. Let me think here. Let me find one that I think is going to look really good.
Why, Mom?
So when the day came for their parents to go to that other world of endless pleasures, it was not a time for young pigs to be sad. Just another step towards the day when they too would make the journey.
Hang on just a moment.
Perhaps it was because he was alone.
Okay, I just had to consult Google for ideas. So actually, yeah, I am going to do this one.
Thousands of animals in the piggery that day, only one was chosen.
How's this one, Harry?
Just right for the purpose. How much do I owe you?
It's a runt, Harry. Just a worthless little runt.
Now notice I'm not going to, obviously I'm doing Despicable Me. I'm not going to type the entire name. I'm just going to type Despicable. Look at that. Boom. There's Despicable Me, there's Despicable Me 2, there's Despicable Me Minions. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the one that's actually in the theaters right now, Minions. Now, when you pick one that's actually in the theaters, bear in mind the stream usually isn't great. In fact, sometimes it's some guy in the back of the theater with a video camera. And that happens. But once these movies hit DVD, Redbox, Blu-ray, look at this. There's 1080p versions available, by the way. They all look really good. So I'm just picking the first 1080p on the list. And let's see how it looks. This looks really good. So I can already tell things are very crisp. I mean, to me, this looks darn near like a Blu-ray. Doesn't look compressed at all. Of course it is, but if you can't tell, who cares? So far this looks great. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Let's go 8 times. Again, I'm really pushing my luck here with streaming 1080p and fast forwarding, but again, the internet's pretty strong. It's going to hiccup a little bit after I hit play. That's normal. And now it seems to have caught up. So no longer jaggy at all. Everything looks fantastic. The only area where I can tell it's not a Blu-ray is just by listening, because the audio again is okay. Audio's not fantastic, so don't ever expect this to really make your home theater system sing. But again, pretty darn awesome. So that's how it works, guys. I hope the video helps. I would suggest picking one up, figure out how to jailbreak it yourself, or heck, I mean, just order one from my buddy for 80 bucks. That's really not that bad a price for what it is. This is the modern day black box that you're looking at. So again, I'm really impressed with how this looks. I can watch any boxing going on, even though I don't have HBO or Showtime. I can watch any pay-per-view event happening. I can watch any movie that Aaron wants to watch. Any TV show that April wants to watch that I want to watch. I can find it. No problem at all. So let me know when you have questions.